Hey everyone, let's talk about the Mahabharata, one of the greatest stories ever told. It's a story that has been passed down for many, many years, and people in India have loved it for generations. It's a story about war, love, what's right, and destiny. It shows us how complicated people can be. The Mahabharata takes place in ancient India, and it's about two families, the Pandavas and the Kauravas, who are rivals. The Pandavas are the good guys, and the Kauravas are the bad guys. The Mahabharata is a big, complicated story with lots of characters and different parts. It's full of wisdom and lessons about how to live a good life. It's more than just a story. It shows us a lot about Indian culture and values. It has inspired Indian art, writing, and even how people think. The Mahabharata is said to be written by a wise man named Vyasa. People believe he was a divine sage, chosen to collect all the old stories and put them into one big epic. Vyasa's story has been important to people for thousands of years. It helps us understand complicated things about life, like doing what's right, Dharma, actions and their consequences, karma, and finding freedom, moksha. The Mahabharata is a huge part of Indian culture. It has inspired so many plays, dances, art, and new versions of the story. Everyone in India knows the characters, and their stories are told again and again in families. The Mahabharata teaches us about Dharma, karma, and devotion, bhakti, and it still shapes how people think about right and wrong in India. The stories remind us that being greedy and jealous is bad, and being good, kind, and doing what's right is important. The Mahabharata takes place in the Kuru kingdom, and their main city was Hastinapura. Hastinapura was a great city with beautiful palaces, temples, and gardens. It was a rich and powerful place located near the Ganga River. Hastinapura was at the center of ancient India. The land around it had good soil for farming, big forests, and holy rivers. The people of Hastinapura were known for being brave and honorable. They also loved learning and the arts. Hastinapura was a place full of culture and education. But it was also where the big fight began. The rivalry between the Pandavas and the Kauravas would lead to a huge war at Kurukshetra, a battle that would change Hastinapura and its people forever. The Pandavas and the Kauravas were both family, descendants of King Bharata and part of the Kuru dynasty. But they were always going to fight. The Pandavas were 5 brothers, known for being good and brave. Everyone loved them. Yudhishthira, the oldest, was wise and always did what was right. Bhima was the strongest and very powerful. Arjuna was a great archer and warrior, the best of them all. Nakula and Sahadeva, the twins, were good with horses and swords. The Kauravas were 100 brothers led by the oldest, Duryodhana. They were jealous and only wanted power. Duryodhana wanted to be king and hated the Pandavas. He's the bad guy in the story. The fight between these cousins is the main part of the Mahabharata. They fought because they both wanted to rule Hastinapura. This fight turned into a big war and lots of kingdoms and heroes got involved. The biggest battle was at Kurukshetra. This battle would decide who was right.